we're going to be repairing this brother monitor. So basically, so you probably recognize this from another video, so I've already done a video on it. So this is the brother word processor that I found in my grandparents' house along with this monitor. However, this monitor, if you can't see on the back, but the wires on the back are cut. So basically, how this happened was, so my grandparents were about to take this to the recycling center. My grandma was about to take this to the recycling center, so she cut the cords, and then my grandpa stopped her on the way out because he said that there might be some important information on this that he wouldn't want to get into the wrong hands. And that was very smart of him, but I don't know. I mean, nobody really looks at your information if it's at the recycling center. But otherwise, that's how this happened. The word processor itself is fine, as you can see. The cable works. It makes some noises when we plug it in. What I'm going to attempt to do, so I did find the cables that were cut here. So what we're going to try and do is we're going to try and fix this monitor. And then once it's fixed, we're going to see if we can get it to work with this brother word processor, which it should, because these were designed for each other. Because apparently this is like the amber display, I believe. This is an amber display, and I believe it should work with this monitor. So yeah, let's get started. So this is the damage on the back of the monitor. So as you can see, the cables are built in, so I can't buy a new cable. But basically, these were cut off, but they were long enough for me to strip the wires. So basically what I've done is, so all cables work like this. So there's this rubber coating, which is this beige stuff on the outside. Then on the inside there's a certain amount of colored cables, and on the inside of those cables there's this copper, and this copper is what sends the electricity through the monitor. So basically, as you can see, these have not been stripped. So, because just recently I got them at my grandma's house. I even put Velcro on them because I take very good care of my things. And because this is vintage, I think that this would be a good idea to fix. And if it doesn't work, then I guess that's kind of sad. But otherwise, we're going to see what we can do. The word processor, I'm 70% sure works, because it makes noises and it does all the things that you'd want it to do. But one thing that it doesn't do is it doesn't print anything out when I put paper in it. I mean, I have already tried putting in the proper commands for it, but it didn't print anything out. The paper went through, but then nothing came out. And I even wrote something, but yeah. But the monitor is kind of, I've seen a video on this, and the monitor is kind of necessary. So there are two cables that we have to put back on. There's this power cable, and then there's this display port. So basically, the power cable is probably going to be the easiest one because it only has three cables in it. So we're going to start with this. So I got this really useful tool at the hardware store about a year ago for this exact reason. But basically, what you do with this is you can put a wire in here and then you can strip it. It's very easy. Unfortunately, you just have, but unfortunately, they don't have like a really big one for this type of cable. But yeah, so basically, what you want to do is you just want to very carefully like cut the outer coat off of this cable. Well, actually, you know, let's just give it a little more slack. Just be very careful that you don't damage any of the electronics inside, because if you do, then you will damage the cables and you won't be able to, this won't work. I've already done this with a old TV. Like, I've already done this with an old CRT TV. Basically what I did was, so basically what I did was that the end of the prong, let me just show you an example. So the end of the prong of this old TV that I had, over here, there was like a tiny little cut, and the TV wouldn't turn on. So what I did was I just cut off this part here, and then I got the cable from an iron, and then I put it all together, and it worked. So I'm used to doing this especially with high voltage related things. But yeah, after that, once you've perfectly got that out, all you just gotta do is just slide it out like that. This you can throw away because you're not going to need it. And there you have it. Now you have this very Very nice little, so now you have these 3 little cables. So now what you want to do is you want to get this thing out, and you just want to put this in like that. Probably put it in this one like that. Put it in here, and then you do this, and then there you go. Very simply, you now have this here. It's these are like 16 something, but it goes into the 16. And then yeah, you have this extra coat, and now you have all this copper exposed. So now you just want to do this with the other things. So go to 16. That's 18, 16, no, 16. There we go. And there is another way of doing this with just pliers, sort of like just with this thing, but it's a lot harder, and I recommend a tool like this, because it's so easy. Because back then, I had to use normal pliers, and it was impossible. I always had to keep cutting the cable shorter and shorter because I kept messing it up. Because sometimes you can cut off the copper and then it won't work. So now what you want to do, you just want to twist the copper just like this. Just twist it very nicely like this so that all the little copper strands are together. And this is a very important, and this is good for if you want this to be easier, but this is pretty necessary if you're repairing something. So okay, so now we get to the serious part. So now what you want to do is, so maybe should have made these strands a little longer. So now I'm gonna twist the copper on the monitor. So just twist all this. Twist, twist, and finally twist. Alright, so now that is done, now all you gotta do is get the matching cable. So for example, I'm gonna get the white cable, connect it to the other white cable on the other side, and then just twist it like this. It's a bit easier if they're both the same length, if the copper strands are the same length. But yeah, you just want to do that with one of them for now. And then what you want to do is, so there's a special tape called electrical tape. Oops, whoops. And basically, this electrical tape is very useful for doing stuff like this. For example, if I were to plug this in with this, I would probably zap myself, even though and that would not be good. So basically, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get a little strand. So this part is very necessary. Sometimes people just put the electrical tape around the cord to give it extra protection, which is what you're supposed to do at the end. But first, what you want to do is you just want to get a tiny little strand like this, about this big, and then you just want to wrap it around that one area that you just connected, just like so. Then you just wrap it around like you would with tape normally, and then there you are. Oh shoot, it just disconnected. That was so stupid of me. But yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to do that with all cables. And if you don't, then if it's plugged in, they can all touch together. If you don't do this, they can all touch together when you finally wrapped it up, and it could cause some serious problems. But anyway, so what you just want to do is do what I told you to do, and you'll be fine. So I'm gonna put this on pause, and then when I'm done, I'll show you the next step. You know what? I'll just put this on time lapse. So when I'm done, I'm gonna show you what to do next. Alright, so I have now finished the wiring job. So I decided to give the cable a little more slack by just cutting everything, all this off, and then just gave it a little more slack so it'd be easier. And yeah, I finished. So basically what you want to do is you just want to put electrical tape on each one like this, so that when they touch each other, they won't they won't share electricity, because that can be very dangerous if that happens. So now what you just want to do is you just want to cover this entire thing with electrical tape. Just protect all the wires, because you don't want something bad happening, like water, like moisture getting in, because that can kill the machine or the wires. So yeah, you just want to make sure that it's tight, all tight and sealed. Okay. It's best if you just do it like how I'm doing with the electrical tape. Just make sure that it's like pretty short so that it's not too impossible. There is different electrical tape colors, but I just went for black. I'm not sure if there's a beige one, but if there was, I would have taken it. And almost done. Just one more ring around, and it's done. Now all I just gotta do is cut this off, like so. And there we have it, all fixed. It may look very ugly, but otherwise it works. So I'm gonna do a time lapse on this one. I'm just gonna redo this entire one. This is obviously too short, so I'm just gonna cut all this off. What was I thinking? Just cut as little off as possible because you want the most slack you could possibly get in a cable. And yeah, this is what a stripped wire is supposed to look like if you're wondering. Ooh, you could pull it out. Anyway, but yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna put a time lapse on this and then put the other cable on. So be back in a second. That took forever, and it was such a pain to do. It was like it's harder than dewiring a bomb. Well, not this part. I mean, this part is like, it was so hard. This better be worth it. There was this one very small purple cable that I couldn't strip because it was just too small for this. I only had like one strand of copper in it, and usually I have like 10 or 15 strands in them, but oh, that was impossible. So I'm gonna set up this computer and we're gonna see if this monitor works. So I'll be back in a second. Okay, so I set up the computer. I got my fire extinguisher just in case and a J to protect me as a human shield just in case. He just came to crash the party, I guess. So yeah, the word processor is plugged in and I think it's on. Yeah, the word processor's on. Okay, so the monitor is connected to the computer, but I haven't plugged in the monitor yet, so, okay, here it goes. Please, nothing bad happen. 3, 2, 1. Okay, nothing happened. I'm gonna keep this up here just in case something bad happens. Alright, that's good. Take this with me. Alright, so the power button is right here. So, believe the word processor is on. Should make noises. Wait, is this thing on? Alright, it's on. That's good. Alright, monitor. Okay, please don't explode. Please, 3, 2, 1, go. We have life. The light. Nothing's exploding. Oh my god, it works! It works! It works! It actually works! I thought this wasn't gonna work, but it works. This is awesome.
About that, maybe there's a last minute explosion.
Well, yeah, you hold the fire extinguisher just in case my minion. My short minion who just gets shorter every time I see him. But yeah, this thing works. Let's see if it types. Yep, types perfectly. want to try and print something. I don't have any. Oh, there's paper. Let's try printing something, because now this monitor works. Do I want paper? I'll properly load this printer. Well, wait. Let me just adjust it, because Jay's doing weird things with this. Stop. Okay, let's try this. So I believe you just open it like this. Okay, ooh, it even senses that the cover's open. This is luxurious. Got that, rocking that amber display. Works a lot like a typewriter. Alright, so it should just do this. Okay. See if you can print my message.
Don't you need ink?
It has a cartridge in here. It should work. And if it doesn't work, they sell these cartridges on the internet for like $9, brand new. Okay. Okay. So, hello world. Let's see if it will print. So, I think it's, I don't know how to print.
It's gotta be a print button that's plain and obvious to see.
Well, I mean, it's a printer. What do you expect? Oh, here. I think it's supposed to be like a...
Control P.
Insert paper and press return. Okay, paper's inserted. Return. Change KB1 to 10 wheel and press return. I think that's... I don't know what that is, but... Return. Okay. Okay, so it doesn't work. It's probably out of ink. But basically, how this works... Basically, this is like an electronic typewriter. So what happens is... it has like these... Why are you doing that? Stop.
In case I need
Just stop. Just stop. So basically, how this works is it's like a normal typewriter. So you know how they have like those little button thingy-majigs that like take ink and then make a mark on the paper? That's what this machine is supposed to do. But unfortunately, I think it is out of that cartridge stuff. Because what you're supposed to do is, in here, there's this... Yeah, so this is like, it's like this, there's like this reel in here, and the button presses on this, like this, and then it makes a mark on the paper. I don't think it works because, actually, you should just be able to, like, twist this, and then it will, yeah, but this is really awesome. I didn't actually think that this thing would work. But, yeah, so I'm just gonna reel this a bit. Okay, that's been reeled enough, so let me put this back in. I'm not really that experienced with these types of things, but yeah, okay. Alright, so it's in. Okay, perfect. So, let's see if it'll print one more time. So,
paper.
Code, oh right. Let's put this new piece in, it's not dirty. Put it in like, please stop. I think there's actually supposed to be like this, the back, just like a reference, like where the paper is going in. Okay, so hello world, we're gonna do code print, insert paper, on that. Yeah, it's not printing, it's definitely, it's 100% out of ink, or out of this cartridge stuff. I think the reason why they sell these on the internet still is probably because it's probably just that these are these things are probably still used even today. There is one more thing that I do want to test. I have this floppy disk somewhere. I think it's stuck in one of my floppy drives. But basically, I had this floppy disk that I found in my grandparents' house, and I have a suspicion that it works with this computer because it has a 3.5 inch floppy disk drive in it. But I don't know, but it works pretty awesome. A little dirty, but I'm probably gonna do a restoration video on this in the future. All the keys seem to be working. Anyway, so hello world, I'm a word processor. Yeah, I suck at spelling. Let me just fix that. Oh. Dang it, I suck at this. Hello world. Dang, this is hard. Oh well. Yep. Thank you. But the monitor works. I'm extremely happy about this, and the entire machine works. I am definitely keeping this, and if in the future I don't need this, I'll probably sell it for some money. But otherwise, it won't like. There's something wrong with my camera. It's not focusing, or the monitor, but who knows? It works. I'm pretty happy about that. It reminds me of like a legit word processor that you'd see even today. You know, just like at your office, like typing in like an extensive document. This looks like an 80-column display. It's a 12-inch monitor. It says here on the sticker. It's a large 12-inch amber display, and it has a standard 3.5-inch floppy drive with 240 kilobytes of storage, and yeah, I guess so. It's got a word spell. I think this has autocorrect, which is pretty cool. Made in the USA from imported domestic parts, so that means like maybe 90% of it was made in China, but it was assembled in the USA. Oh, there's a self-demo. Perfect. There's a self-demo. I want to try that. Looks interesting. So basically, what I have to do is turn the machine off, then on. Turning it off. Okay, now turning it back on. Press the file key.
Autocorrect sucks, though.
Ooh, this is cool. Press the file key. Press code. So, code. Press code and then 0. Oh, code 0. Cool. Hello, I'm your brother fully dedicated word processor. What is your name? Type in your name and then press return. When you make a typing error, press cancel. Okay. Okay. Alright. Well, Charlie Mastergeko4, I'd like to tell you about some of my features. Okay. I am the Brother Word Processor, a fully dedicated word processing system. The 12-inch CRT display screen makes creating and editing simple, and the Daisy Wheel printer produces high-quality documents. Sure it does. My incredible grammar check TM system helps you write error-free documents. I can alert you spelling errors and common punctuation errors. Wow, that's actually decent for the time. And offer suggestions for correction. This thing must have cost a lot of money back then. I have data merge system that automatically inserts names, addresses, etc. into your letters and reports. It can be used for either blah, 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 blah. Okay. Turn, blah, blah, blah. Optional spreadsheet software available. Automatic whatever. Thank you for stopping to see me. Hopefully we will be spending many productive hours together, brother. Self-demo printing. Okay, I want to try that. Let me just put this in. It probably won't work, but I just want to see what it does. If it does anything. Who knows, it might work. Okay, let's see. Okay, self-demo. Okay, alright, so 3, 2, 1. So as you can see on the inside, it's got this thing, but it doesn't really work. I want to see what this shows in the future, but as you can see on the inside, it is just really, it's like jabbing on the piece of paper. And it looks pretty interesting because Normally typewriters are quite slow, but this was like very ahead of its time when it was invented, and yeah, it's pretty cool.
Typewriters are just a bunch of metal rubbers with ink on them.
I wonder what it says.
Well,
Oh wait, the thing isn't even in. The thing isn't even in. I'm smart. I'm gonna do cancel. Alright, let's try that one more time, but with the thing in, because I'm not smart. I really need that I'm intelligent shirt.
Yes.
The printer did mention that it hoped that we would spend a lot of productive hours together. Well, I'm sorry to say, printer, but I found you in my grandma's closet, so it's not like we're going to spend that much time together. But you are going to be in my collection anyway. So, it doesn't really matter what my name is. It's asking me again.
Yeah, he can.
Well, could you look, B? Okay. Self-demo printing. It's still not working. Well, at least I don't think it is. But as you can see, that's how the printing works. I don't know what Jay is doing, but...
Making it so you can see what's on the screen. Because it's so...
This is pretty cool. This was a good idea to take this. At first I wasn't going to take it because of the cut cables, but this was a good idea. Alright, let's just press cancel. Yeah. See if it made like any marks and I can try to make out what it says. No, it didn't. Oh well. Because with normal typewriters, you can see a mark. But otherwise, this was a pretty cool thing. I'm just going to turn this off and turn it back on again. It's pretty cool. Unfortunately, I think that's all this thing can do because to be honest, this is like a word processor, and with word processors, they're only good at doing one thing, which is processing words and printing them out. So I'm not sure if there are a wide variety of games out there or anything like that, but it would be cool, but I seriously doubt that. There's like a 70% chance that I'm 70% sure of that, but otherwise, this is a pretty cool machine. So with that, I guess it is time to end the video. So that'll do it for today's video. I'm really happy that this thing works, because at first I thought this would never happen, and I was so happy to see the display on the computer work for the first time ever. My grandpa did tell me one time that that one of his computer displays stopped working, and that might have been why he put this in the closet, but he said it might have been another computer, but clearly it seems to be working. There are even some cool little knobs on the side, like brightness and contrast. That's pretty cool. Maybe I'll put like the contrast like that and brightness all the way up. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Anyway, it seems to work. I do need a new one of those cartridge thingies, but and then I'll probably make another video on this. But otherwise, this is a pretty cool machine. This is pretty usable for today's standards if you just want to do stuff like this. But yeah, so that'll do it for today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. Please leave a like, subscribe, and comment down below what you want me to do next. And go make me a sandwich, minion. Go.
I'm sorry, but I have a handicap in dwarfism.
No, you're not.
But I'm short.
I don't care.
And I get
Anyway, so
shorter
that'll
every time
do
you
it.
see me. Ha ha ha. Where are the sandwiches?
They're in the cabinet upstairs.
Okay.
Anyway, so that'll do it for today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. Please leave a like, subscribe. Comment down below what you want me to do next. And also, if you want to see this again, leave a like on the video and subscribe. And also comment if you want to see this again. And yeah, so that'll do it for today's video. Also, donate to my website, link in the description below. If you do have a cartridge for one of these and you want to donate it to me so I can use this in another video, that'd be very generous of you. So, yeah, that'll do it for today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. Please leave a like, subscribe, comment down below what you want me to do next, donate to my website, as I said, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.